Well, to get the deal started here, buddies, see, your jacket dandies need to understand that the reality facing a lot of these nignogs, a lot of these other jacket dandies, they are not getting what's going on out here. They're not getting it. And they're getting pumped in the butthole because they don't get it. You know, you're sitting here deluding yourselves. You know, take the protests, for instance. Here's the deal. The reason why protesting doesn't work in America like it did back when, like it does in the Middle East right now, the reason why it doesn't work like it did when the Arabs went ape shit in Morocco and Egypt is because the powers that be in this country know the citizens are complete weaklings. And they'll back down if they see any sign of real force. Boycotts and protests worked so well in the 1900s and the 60s because they thought the citizens would get violent and attack the system directly. They thought they'd get inside and start tearing stuff up, sabotaging, getting crazy like that one movie, the spook next to the door. They thought that guys were going to pop that off white people, the homos, the Mexicans, the blacks, the whites. They thought everybody was going to do that. That's what they were afraid of, and once they realized they weren't, they're like, you know what, I don't care. I mean, they know how hollow and superficial these threats are, so they don't take them seriously. Since things like the permits to protest, you know, people will come out, they'll sing, they'll march, and they'll go home and continue to be screwed over like a frog in the kettle. It's absolutely pathetic to watch, but I know it'll never change because society has been dumbed down to the point to where they don't even question anything, in hell, they'll actually fight those who do. They're that brainwashed. You know, I mean, I can go all over the board with this jacket dandies. I'm telling you. You know, and then you got the situation where these guys are battling their women. Here's the deal with that. A lot of these women, black, white, whatever, they don't take the men seriously because they've been emasculated by just everything. They're just completely crushed, right? So they go off and they try to find manhood, they try to be an alpha male and all this other garbage because they don't know who and what the hell they are. They're nothing, they're little animals. They're feral little animals who act like a caricature of men, an idea of men that's been pressed into their brains like a damn brainwashed Nazi youth. It's pathetic. I mean, take a black American culture. If you don't even call it that, it's not. They don't have a culture. That rap garbage, the image of modern culture, black culture, that didn't come from the ghetto. No, that came from a boardroom somewhere. Some jacket dandies sitting in there with a bunch of marketing guys and some psychologists, some sociologists, and they just made some crap up, pumped it out there to see how the kids would take to it. And these little idiots just built a fake idea around it. So they took some stuff they saw in Hollywood, LA gangsters, Chicago gangsters, and they just blended all this other garbage from white trash and threw it out there, see how it would stick. And it inspired a generation of nitwits acting like morons. That's all it did. And these jacket dandies run around here acting like this crap is what they've come from. It's their legacy, and it's not. It's a marketing tool to sell garbage to idiots. That's all it is. And you guys eat this crap up. You eat it up. Because you have no identity. You don't know what you are or who you are. Same with the white kids. They're doing the same damn thing. You guys are running around here chasing garbage and brainwashing yourselves, letting yourselves get ripped off. Whether it be culturally, economically, across the board. But I mean, I'm not worried about the whites. I'm just letting you know that it's happening to everybody. So don't go, oh, the white people are doing it. White people are not building dynasties. There's a select group of elite whites who have always been elite and will always be elite. The same douchebags who tried to take over the country in the 30s. The same douchebags who were killing people and then ended up forming charity groups like the, what the hell is it, the Rockefeller Foundation. That group was founded because they killed a bunch of workers who wanted more rights and were protesting and boycotting. So what they do? them jack and dandies brought in a bunch of scabs, and they tried to block the scabs, so they slaughtered them in their camps. Slaughtered the men, the women, and the children. And they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give some little crap to people, and then write it off, and then hopefully everything will be better." And then in the 1914, 1915, whatever, I forget, they took the. God, I don't remember. I need to brush up on my history. I suck at it. But anyway, around some time, they executed more amendments, and these guys kept using these amendments to give corporations more and more rights. After the 14th Amendment, they used more stuff to give themselves rights, and this has allowed them to basically do whatever the hell they want. To put pawns in the government, to enact more laws to benefit themselves. AIG did it. A lot of the bankers like Chase, they've done it with Barack Obama. You know, Soros has got Barack in his pocket. I mean, a lot of these guys, if they don't have a Republican in there, they got a Democrat in there, and then they just switch it off. Either way, you're getting raped. But you don't want to look at it like that. You want to look at it as, I have a choice in the matter, and if I vote for this guy, I'm good, as opposed to voting for this guy, when in reality, unless you take matters into your own hands, research, and figure out how to better fix yourselves outside of running into the mountains and living on some commune before the government comes up there and just mollywops the hell out of you, not report it to anyone and say that you're some cult that killed yourselves. Unless you want to go that stupid route, you need to figure out a way to benefit yourselves. Benefit yourselves by changing the infrastructure. By getting in there, working your way up, and changing things instead of going in there, working your way up and going, I like the view. Fuck all these losers down there, man. I'm with you guys. High five. And then keeping crap going. And then when something like this horrible economy comes around, you're running around killing yourselves and jumping out of windows and banging kids in Thailand because you can't take the stress. Right? It's ridiculous. This is going to be a part one because this is like a random freestyle of just things that have been popping up in my head for a minute. But yeah, there's a lot to be done. And you're not going to do it. And I'm not going to act like I'm some neo Marcus Garvey or something. I'm not going to do shit. And I don't really care about this country as much. I'm here for the money. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some patriot. My family didn't build this fucking country. They didn't do shit here. They got their money and they moved into nice areas. Well, they already lived in nice areas. They live in nice areas. They got money and they live in nice areas. That's what they do. And nobody wants to live in the fucking ghetto with the American blacks. But the American blacks need to go and clean their shit up because it looks like trash. Don't worry about the white trash. Yeah, your culture comes from their culture, but who cares? It's over. You've taken their culture and you've adopted it to your mentality, so now it's yours. Take that culture, take the BS, hip-hop garbage that you've adopted from the corporations, take all that trash and use it to benefit yourselves. Take advantage. You have black banks. You have black insurance firms. What the hell is it? George Lucas is dating the black chick from Ariel Investments, a large black-owned, black-run investment firm. Take advantage of black things that exist. Make those things national. A little local bank like Washington Mutual, before Jamie Dimon and that piece of trash in the White House sold it off. Before that happened, man, back in the 1880s or whatever, it was just a little bank. There's a little bank in New York. It's a black-owned bank, and there are more black-owned banks. There are like little black credit unions, black church banks and stuff. There's a black bank up the street from my house in the Negro part of town, and them jack-a-dandies got an apartment, and they've stuffed a bunch of nignogs in there so that the whites can't get them out since they're trying to gentrify the neighborhood. And so they give these nignogs bank accounts and all that stuff, and it's been going for a long time, and these niggity-jiggities are doing just fine as far as being ghetto and living in an apartment goes. They're taking care of the community. They're keeping the nignogs there. And the nignogs on the West Coast, outside of those losers, some of those losers in SoCal, not all of them, but there's a good amount of the nignogs who got that East Coast black mentality where it's like, well, we can't build, but no, fuck them. Fuck those nignogs with that mentality. Your conscience needs to wake up and realize what you have. It's not that you don't have anything. It's not that nothing's built. It's that you're not taking advantage of any of those things. You need to research and take advantage. If you patronize the businesses and make those businesses respect your money, you can build them up, which would build yourselves up, hopefully, with jobs, opportunities, and what have you, so you don't have to depend on the mainstream economy. And once you have that money in your pocket, then you can go out and buy your crappy Rams and all that bullshit. But you need to take advantage of and strengthen the infrastructure that's there, then add to it. Instead of open up silly things like what's that video of making a joke about it, things like a barber shop demolition thing. I mean, that's, if that works, it works. Great, yeah. But I mean, you need to create tangible things that last, not just a 5-minute business to go and get you some cars and rims. You know? That's what needs to be done. That is what needs to be done. Period. And like I said, this doesn't just apply to blacks. And all you white trash, you're hiding in the mountains with your guns, thinking somebody's gonna take your guns. Here's the reality, man. Look at your television. Alright? Look at Afghanistan. Look at those beaners down in Costa Rica. Look what happened down in Nicaragua. Look at that shit. Those guys have got the same kind of guns you got, man. The government comes in there and they start heating that ass. They're blowing themselves up. They resort to blowing themselves up. America doesn't need to take your guns. They're not going to take your guns ever. They don't care if you have guns. This isn't the 30s. They got crazy shit. They got weapons that they can put on trucks. They used to be huge, like the size of my wall right here. But now they got things that are the size of a microwave door that can make a radius of, I think, 100 feet feel like they're on fire. Now, while you're distracted, they can just mow you down with AKs. They can shoot you from a helicopter. They can drone your house. They can brainwash you while you're standing. They can do all kinds of crazy crap to you. They don't need your guns. You can pull your guns out. They can disable the guns. They can do all kinds of crap with magnets. It's weird. They got guns that can take out tanks. They don't care about you. They don't care about you having a bunch of AKs and SKSs and 20 gauges. Whoop-de-doo, you got your collector's permit. Yay! When it goes down, if it goes down, you'll get owned just like the guy with no gun. You'll get handled. You'll get dismantled. I don't care how much you train in the woods. These guys will mow you down and cut you out. Like that. So shut the fuck up. Talking about Obama's going to take your gun. Obama's a fag and he's not going to do a shit. He's going to do what he's told. He's a good boy. He's got Soros pulling his strings. He's got Jamie Dimon pulling his strings. He's got a bunch of rich guys pulling his string just like Bush did. He'll stay in his goddamn place. He ain't going to do a goddamn thing. So who cares if he's a half-breed running around making flowery speeches? Whoop-de-goddamn do. Wake up. And Bachman and Herman Cain and all the other fags. They're just as useless as that jackass. So shut the fuck up. Nobody's gonna do anything. Nobody cares about you. You're worthless. You'll get handled just like anyone else. They're the Crips and the Bloods and the GDs and all that. You think they're a threat? They're not a threat. They just let you stack up your money, then they go in there and they kick your ass, and then they let you rebuild and they start the process all over again like the Matrix with the humans in the underground city. It's the same damn thing. It's the same thing. And you know it is. It's ridiculous. People just have their heads in the sand. Heads in the sand. I don't even know what to call this. It's just ridiculous. God damn. Bitch.